Welcome to another episode of Conversations and Connections. We're the official podcast of the Family Crisis Center of East Texas. I'm Stuart, the Prevention Coordinator for the agency, and I have two guests with me today on this episode. We have Josh Fleming with Workforce Solutions and Melissa Russel with ADAC. And we're actually be talking about an event coming up later in the year called the Veterans Stand Down event that will be taking place in Nacogdoches. And these two folks with me today are kind of leading the charge of organizing this event. Melissa, you've been on the podcast before talking about stuff that ADAC does and everything. And Josh, you're brand new to the podcast scene, at least as far as our podcast goes. But I appreciate you guys taking some time out and coming in here and talking about this.
Absolutely. Thank you for inviting us.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so I guess, this seems like it's going to be such a huge undertaking. I was at the NatCan Coalition meeting when it has been talked about, and it seems like it's just getting to be bigger and bigger and bigger every time that there's a meeting when we talk about this. So exactly, let's just kind of talk about what is the Veterans Stand Down event. That's kind of a mysterious set name when you don't really know what it is. So one of y'all can just kind of talk about it.
All right, yeah. So military or veteran stand downs, they have ties going back to time of war. Really, when the military members would get to take a break, get some rest and relaxation, get pulled off the front lines to go to more of a secure location, they could get hygiene, medical care, open letters, have some downtime to build camaraderie and stuff like that. So the current stand down that we're planning has been a thing nationwide that has been developed to focus really on taking a break for our homeless veterans and veterans that may be in need of some services and resources. So we are looking to have medical screenings and dental screenings, maybe some possible addiction intervention, mental health services, things like that, so that they can take a break from the normal everyday struggles of possibly being homeless or trying to prevent themselves from being homeless, and come and get those resources at a one-stop location for them.
Okay. Well, of course, the Family Crisis Center will be represented. We'll have a table there, of course. Now, I just always wondered, that was one of my questions is, why is this called a stand down? I don't have any military background, so I had no idea where that term came from.
Yeah, so really a stand down is just it's a pause.
Okay.
When we're looking at doing a stand down for our veterans, predominantly our at-risk veterans that are homeless, a lot of things aren't easy to come by, and they're constantly working to find those resources, find that help, and so a stand down is just pausing from them having to go do that every day, so that they can come to one location. We'll bring all those resources together, and they're available easier.
Okay, great. So how big is the need of something like this, or the need for something like this, I should say, here in East Texas? Do we have a lot of homeless veterans that are in need? Obviously we do. We'd be having this.
Absolutely. So the closest stand down event that we have that's close to Nacogdoches will be in Diboll, and that's hosted by Endeavors. But as far as Nacogdoches area, even going into east of here, Sabine County, St. Augustine County, Shelby County, we're even looking at north towards Tyler, going in the Cherokee County, Russ County. There's not a stand down event or one location where veterans can come together in that area. So that's what we're trying to reach out with, Nacogdoches being a central location to all those counties. We can reach out to all the veterans, their immediate family members, and the homeless vets in the area, and try to get them to this one location where they can have everything from basic hygiene needs to breakfast to lunch, and then all the way to, we're hoping to have a portable shower where they can clean up, they can get some new clothes, and kind of just have a day where they don't have to worry about anything.
Okay. Has this happened? Has this been held before in Nacogdoches?
No.
So this is the first.
This is
the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of how it came about. We were talking about the stand down event that Endeavors was holding, and me and Josh kind of looked at each other and we're like, "Has there been one in Nacogdoches?" And we're like, "I don't think so." And it was kind of like, "Why not?" So that's how then the idea just grew on itself from there.
Well, I know the Family Crisis Center is going to the one in Diboll as well.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be have a table there, but I definitely wanted to make sure that our services are represented.
Absolutely.
At this stand down event coming up. And of course, coming to the coalition meetings every month, want to try to take part in the planning of this as well. So not only are you inviting Nacogdoches veterans, but veterans in the surrounding areas, or you're wanting to reach out to them.
Right.
With that being said, do you have any estimates or a goal you're shooting for as far as attendance?
Yeah, so we're really shooting for between 200 and 300 veterans. The event it's primarily focused on homeless and at-risk veterans, but all veterans are welcome to come. There's a lot of veterans in the area that may have done their initial disability claim and haven't gone back to update their claims, or maybe haven't got out of the military and have never done their disability claim, and there's resources out there that can help them do that so that they can get those Social Security disability benefits through the military. So
Sure.
Really we're trying to open it up to any veteran and their immediate family members.
Okay. All right, great. And I'm glad you said that it is important. This isn't just for disabled veterans. It's any veteran that wants to come out and take part in this. How are y'all getting the word out to your target communities, so to speak?
So right now we have a save the date flyer that's being distributed through our coalition partners, the Nacogdoches Chamber of Commerce. They've put it on their website and also social media. I have sent it to our newspapers. KTRE, it's on their calendar. We're also going to create an Eventbrite where people can find the link to register as a vendor or to register as a participant. Also, right now, it's kind of a grassroots. We're contacting businesses. We're passing them out as we see people. So just trying to get the volunteers to come in. And then once we have the established base of volunteers, then we're going to be able to go back and update the flyer and get it back out in print and in news media.
So right now, when's the event taking place?
April 20th.
It's on April, so well, it's January now. So I know right now you're still looking for people to volunteer to work the quote unquote work the event, I guess I should say. So I know you're still looking for volunteers to help pull this off. What kind of volunteer help are you looking for? I mean, who do you want to attract to volunteer their services?
So we're really looking for individuals that can come out, help set up, help tear down. We're also looking for volunteer services. We would like to have services for service animals out there, so veterinary services, medical screenings, dental screenings, mental health, all kinds of different services, veteran affairs services as far as filing claims and housing services, anybody that can help out with getting our homeless veterans off of the streets. And then really looking for donations as far as door prizes. We would like to give our veterans something for participating, showing up, and just give them a little gift to tell them that we care and we're there.
Okay. All right. So, again, we talked about all veterans are invited to attend. It's not just the homeless population, but do y'all have any info or any idea how large the homeless vet population is in our area?
So one statistic that we do have is from the Nacogdoches Hero Foundation. It's from 2023. They show that there's 3,700 vets receiving benefits in Nacogdoches.
Okay.
That's just the Nat County and the city alone. But the homeless is defined, you think of somebody that doesn't have a residence, or they're living on the street.
Right.
It could be somebody that's couch surfing. It could be somebody that doesn't have, if they don't have a house in their name and they're having to live, with other people, or trying to,
Sure.
or even in like Godtail, they're considered homeless. So
Okay.
the numbers are not really static. They change every day.
Yeah, and I reached out to Michelle Connor with Burke Veteran Peer Support, and kind of got a rough estimate of numbers from her as far as tailored to our homeless population. And like Melissa said, we don't have an exact count. However, she let me know that within the last year, they've helped about 50 to 60 veterans with housing services.
Okay, great. So hopefully this will help get the word out of the need for volunteers. If someone is listening to this and they are interested in volunteering their time, volunteering their services for this event, who do they need to contact?
They can contact me, Josh Fleming, at jfleming@debtwork.org, or Melissa Russell, and you want to give your email address, Melissa?
Sure. So my email address that I can be contacted at is mrussell, RUSSELL, at adacdet.org.
Okay, great. Is there anything that we need to touch on that we haven't talked about or haven't discussed about the Stand Down event?
One thing, like we've talked about, we're really focusing on our homeless vets and their immediate families, and the veterans in Nacogdoches. So as far as volunteers, if you are interested in helping us, please reach out and contact us, because we're going to need all the assistance. And plus, I think it would be great if we had a big group of volunteers for the veterans to see, when they show up, that, hey, all these people truly do care.
Right. Do you know, I know we talked a date. What are the hours on that date? Do you know?
9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay, and it's in April?
In April 20th.
And it's at Festival Park.
In Nacogdoches.
Yes. Right.
So Festival Park is the large park that's located just behind downtown on the south side of it. Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, anything else?
I want to say that as a veteran, I understand for any veterans that may be listening that sometimes it's hard to ask for help and reach out. And with this stand down, we want you to know that it's not a handout, it's a hand up, and that the community really cares and wants to be there to help out and provide these resources. So please come out, take advantage of the resources, and see if there's something there that can help you out.
All right, great. Again, this is the Veterans Stand Down event, and if you would like to volunteer, you can get a hold of Josh or Melissa. Also, I'm just going to throw that out there. If you didn't catch their info, if you can contact the Family Crisis Center, the powers that be can get a hold of me, and then I can get a hold of Melissa or Josh as well. So this is the Veterans Stand Down event coming up in April. And so if you'd like to volunteer your services, whatever you feel like you can contribute, I'm sure they would love to have you. Guys, thank y'all for taking some time and doing this.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. So also, if you feel like you need the services of the Family Crisis Center, we do have our toll-free number. That's 1-800-828-7233. Also, be sure to subscribe to Conversations and Connections. You can do that via Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, pretty much any podcast service of your choice. Also, if you would like to make a donation, you can go to our website, FamilyCrisisCenterofEastTexas.com. There at the bottom left corner, you'll see a donate button. Click on that if you would like to make a monetary donation to help survivors of relationship violence. And remember, as always, be the voice, if not for you, for someone else.